How to get your first Growth Operator client in 7 days. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're trying to land your very first client as a Growth Operator, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps I used to secure my first client within 7 days. It's simple, actionable, and something you can start doing today, even if you've never landed a client before. Stick around because this method will save you a ton of time and guesswork. So what we're going to cover, firstly, building your personal brand. Secondly, the outreach strategy. The discovery call and pitch, and then lastly, follow up and closing the deal. This is just kind of the 4 steps and everything you need to get that first client within the first 7 days. If it extends a little bit over that, don't worry. Some people take months to sort of get their first client, but you just need confidence. You need to be willing to put time into it and just jump in and act on it straight away. A lot of people spend too much time, diving in, watching a million YouTube videos, learning this, learning that. The best thing to do is just dive in. Start outreaching, start finding niches, pick the best client, and then just follow up and chase them until they kind of agree or disagree, which is completely fine, and then you can move on to someone else. So, day 1 or 2, building your personal brand. So the first steps, the first thing you're going to do is get your personal brand in order. Now, a lot of people ignore this step, but it's absolutely critical. You want to make sure that when creators check out your profile, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn, they immediately understand the value you bring as a growth operator. You can't just have a sort of blank page, 50 followers, 100 followers, your friends from your local town you live in following you with some images of you out for a drink. You need to they need to see your account and know exactly what you do instantly. You have to have your bio in check, your content in check, all this sort of stuff. So like it says, here's how you do it. Optimize your bio, make it clear you help create a scale, do a bit of market research. Just take 5-10 minutes to look at a few growth operators in the space. I'm sure you know some. Look at their bio, look at my bio, look around. Even people who aren't growth operators, if you look at like a designer's bio, for example, I'm sure you can tell he's a designer looking at his page. Why can you tell he's a designer? Because of his bio, because of his content. Maybe it's even his username. Dive in, make sure your account gives off the same effect. Post valuable content as well. Share case studies, tips, or insights. Show that you're kind of an expert in the niche. You need to show your audience that you know what you're talking about. And even if you've got no followers, sometimes people think, if no one's going to watch it, what's the point posting it? But if you're going to DM an influencer, a creator with, 10k, 20k, 30k, even up to like 100k followers, and you've got no posts or anything, they're going to wonder who you are, what you're doing, and why you try to sort of scam them. If you've got some sort of videos and images explaining exactly what you do, and also telling other people how to do it, becoming an expert in the space, they're going to trust you a lot more. And then you also want to engage with creator content, comment and show up in spaces where creators hang out. In these comment sections, on these viral videos, you want to be there, you want to be seen. It builds trust and visibility as well. You don't just want to be there in the DMs, you want to make sure you're commenting, build a relationship up with them, you're liking the post, you're following them. Maybe you might even drop a few DMs organically, some sort of just friendly DMs, asking them for advice, whatever their niche is, things like this, before diving in with your offer. By the end of day 2, you should have an attractive and professional online presence that signals authority within your niche. And then I've obviously dived in it a little bit already, but day 3 to 4, the outreach strategy. So you want to be really strategic here. The key is to use personalized, value-driven outreach rather than just cold pitching. Here's how I did it. So first, research. Find creators in your niche who already offer a product or service and then may need help scaling. Instagram and YouTube's the main sort of ones for this. There is other platforms for sure, but if you're looking to do this in 7 days, I'd keep it simple. Don't venture off. I'd pick a platform, stick to it. You can change down the line, in the first month, second month or whatever. You might want to change your strategy, but for now, stick to it. Engage first as well. So as I mentioned previously, like, comment, and genuinely engage with the content. Show them that you're interested in their growth. You're not just out there to, get a quick book, get them signed on. You actually try to help them. And then later on, drop a value-driven DM. Send them a DM that's personal, so you actually know who they are, you know what they do, you know about them, but you can't be pushy as well. You need to acknowledge what they're doing well, but you also need to position yourself as someone who can take them to the next level with everything they're doing. You can help them sort of become this just next step up. Example message, your name, loving the recent content. By the way, if someone got X result in X time frame, would you be opposed for me sending you a X lead magnet and how they'd do it? This way, you're not selling up front. You're providing value first and open the door for future sort of conversations. That lead magnet could be anything. It could be a little document. It could be a Loom video. Might take you 5-10 minutes out your day. Even if it takes longer, is it a big deal? It's genuinely worth getting the client. You could send 1,000 DMs, just cold messages. No one will see them. And if they do see them, they're probably going to block you or tell you to go away. This way, you might be able to send 5 times less, 10 times less messages, but that success rate's going to be way higher. And you're actually going to build a connection with these people. And even if you don't get them on straight away, because you've reached out to them in a value-driven way, you can just keep dropping gems on them. So if you get a client now in your first month, first 7 days, all these other people, all these other hundreds of people you've reached out to that didn't sign on, but they replied, maybe he's being appreciative of the free sort of content you sent them. Just keep sending them stuff, every few weeks, every week, every month. Just drop them a DM. Here's a video I recorded to help you with this. Here's this I got. Here's a document I made. Keep doing this, and then in 6 months, in 12 months, even however long it may be, they'll probably reach back out. If they want to start a paid community at that point, they'll probably reach out to you because you're gonna stand out to them much more than these random people online who are DMing them, because you've built the value with them, you've built the connection, you've built the relationship. You don't just want to go for these quick wins because they're very unlikely. You want to be building relationships over time. You want to aim to get that first client pretty quick, but you also want to be in the background building relationships. So when it comes down the line, you want the second, third, fourth client, it's going to be a lot easier, especially with the content on your personal brand as well. So thirdly, we have day 5 to 6, the discovery call and the pitch. So by day 5, if you've done the outreach right, you should be sent up your first call. This isn't just about selling, it's about diagnosing their problems. Here's what you're going to do in the call. Listen more than you talk. The number one thing, even about sales, is listening. People always say, there's a kind of very chatty kid, he wants to go into sales when he's older. It's not really true. The bad salespeople talk a lot. If you're good at sales, you'll listen. When you drop the price on them, when you drop in the info on them, you want to be quiet straight after. You want to hear what they've got to say. You want them to tell you the problems, their objections, and then you can solve them for them. So let the creator explain their pain points, whether it's struggling to scale their paid community, not knowing how to monetize their audience, etc. You want them to let you know. And then it allows you to offer solutions. So rather than dive in and give them solutions to every problem that ever existed, you want to find out what their specific problem is and then solve that one. Introduce how you can solve it, how you can solve the pain points and the problems. This could be setting up funnels, automating the systems, or even just increasing the revenue through better outreach strategies. Or even on a whole, you could set up the full system. You could be helping with the content. You could be scripting the content. It just depends on what they need. Finally, pitch with confidence. At the end of the call, you're going to close by confidently offering to work with them. Explain the setup fee and the revenue share model you use and why it's a win-win. If you're getting a client in your first 7 days, you might not even bother about the setup fee. It's not too important. I would recommend getting it because not every sort of drop launch works. You want to make sure you're getting paid for your work. But if you're desperately trying to make this work, sometimes it's worth just, if you know it's going to be the difference in them signing on, the setup fee, go without it. If you're happy to do that, go without the setup fee. Just say, I want a revenue share. We'll get it signed up. Work for free. You only get paid when they get paid. That's a massive sort of thing for them. Because if they know you're not getting paid until you make them money, they know you're working. So they're much happier to sign on. By the end of day 6, your goal is to get them excited and ready to move forward. Confidence and clear solutions are your best tools here. Day 7, the last day, follow up and closing the deal. Finally, on day 7, it's all about following up. If they didn't say yes on the spot when you close the call, don't worry. Most people need time to think, especially with this. This isn't just sort of a sales call where you're selling something. This is you reaching out to someone about their full sort of life, their full business, and saying, let's change it. Let's make it this. Let's turn this into a monetization strategy. That's a big deal. So they might not want to be jumping on straight away, getting too kind of ahead of themselves. Great if they do, but if they don't panic. Send a recap email, remind them of the pain points they shared. Share how your solutions solve these problems. Make sure you reiterate this. And then include value again. Add something valuable like a free tip or resource that they can implement right away. So although it might sound silly, you basically want to tell them what you're going to do for them. You want to tell them how they can do it themselves. Because this is just kind of how it works for people. Yes, you're technically kind of giving them the free info, but what they're going to realize is they don't have time or effort to learn and implement this system themselves, even though you've taught them how to do it. They'd rather carry on, keep creating the content. They want you to fulfill and create for them. So you're just kind of becoming an expert in your space, and they're still going to dive in and join you. you're more likely in signing them by giving them the free info than not. And then finally, set a deadline. Let them know when you're going to follow up again to keep the momentum going. You don't want to just say something and reach out and then blank them, not message for a week, and then start following up again. You want to say, here's what the recap is, here's the pain points you shared, here's the solutions. Are you interested? If I don't get a response, I'm going to follow up again in a day or two. I'll drop some more info on you in a day or two, Let them know you're going to be catching up and then do it. You don't want to seem annoying that you keep messaging. You want to let them know that you're messaging before you do so. By the end of day 7, you should have either closed the deal or set up a clear next step to make it happen. Remember, persistence is key. And if you haven't, like I say, don't panic. This is the goal, obviously. You want to close in the first 7 days, but if you don't, like I say, there's never a downside to it. You've reached out to all these people, like I say, you can build a relationship with them and you can sign them on further along. To close someone straight away is a massive deal, and it's not going to happen most of the time. So it's even worth just dropping a few messages every week, and then you might even close 1, 2, 3 clients straight away. But I would definitely recommend getting one as fast as you can, working with them, building them up. Don't sign any extra clients. You only want to work with the one. You don't want to bring anyone else on board and overboard things. Work with the one, make as much as you can, scale them up, come to some sort of agreement, bring more products down the line. And then once you know it's a full system, it's running, you maybe have VAs, you have media buyers, you can then look at getting your sort of second and third creators. But if you're ready to get started, personal branding, value-driven outreach, and a strong follow-up game are all you need to make this happen. If you follow these steps, I'm confident you'll start seeing results pretty fast. If you found this helpful, I've created a full strategy breakdown with templates and scripts inside my free community. Click the link in the description to join. And if you're serious about scaling your Growth Operator business, this is the place to be. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Just to go over as well, the free community at the moment is pretty blank. We don't have many people in there. We haven't built it up fully, but it's something we're adding to over time, and it's going to become a very big deal. And we're going to have a lot of free info in there, more than most of these paid groups, to be honest. So get in as early as you can. You might join and think, what's going on in here? There's not much info in here, but we're going to be dropping all these documents and supporting sort of templates and files from these videos. And then over time, we're going to be building up an actual free course as well within there and just dropping daily gems in the chat. Stay as active as you can. Get in, drop us a message, and we'll make sure to give you something for free as well. Appreciate it.